They made their decision in unity. All 15 council species, voting as one for the first time in galactic history. Earth would burn. The humans have become too aggressive, the KRYLL matriarch declared. Too expansionist. They refused to accept their place in the galactic order. The Centauri consciousness agreed with crystalline harmonics. They claim worlds we surveyed first. They ignore established borders. They must be taught humility. The Vosh war prime's tentacles curled with satisfaction. Then we are agreed. We strike their homeworld. We break them at their source. It was supposed to be a lesson. A reminder that newcomers didn't dictate terms to civilizations that had ruled the stars for millennia. The combined fleet, over 3,000 warships from 15 species, would reduce Earth's defenses to ash, destroy their industrial centers, and leave humanity dependent on galactic mercy for survival. They arrived at Sol System 3 weeks later, expecting token resistance from Earth's modest defense fleet. Instead, they found an empty world. Scanning Earth now, the KRYLL sensor operator reported confusion evident. Population reading, 0. All cities abandoned. No heat signatures. No power grids active. Impossible, the matriarch hissed. Earth has 11 billion inhabitants. Where? The answer came not from Earth, but from everywhere else. Across the galaxy, on every world, the council species called home, human voices broadcast simultaneously. The message was simple, delivered by ordinary colonists, traders, scientists, and diplomats who'd been embedded in alien societies for decades. You came to break us at our source, the recorded message said. But you misunderstood what our source is. Earth isn't our strength. Our people are, and we're already among you. Then the sabotage began. On KRYLL Prime, the orbital defense platforms, maintained by human technicians, watched in horror as their own weapons carved through their returning warships. The Centauri consciousness, a collective intelligence spanning millions of crystals, found that 30% of their network had been quietly replaced over the years. Human-made synthetic crystals, indistinguishable from the original, now fed corrupted data through their entire civilization. They couldn't trust their own thoughts. The Vosh discovered that their cloning facilities, the source of their military might, had been subtly altered. Every clone produced in the last 5 years carried a genetic marker that responded to a specific human-design frequency. When activated, it didn't kill them. It just made them question. For a species built on absolute obedience, it was devastating. One by one, the Council species' homeworlds fell into chaos. Not from orbital bombardment or invasion, but from the quiet work of humans who'd spent years being dismissed as harmless merchants, overlooked technicians, forgettable researchers. Earth had been evacuated 6 months ago, its population dispersed to hundreds of hidden colonies. The whole planet had been bait, an empty target to draw the fleet away while humanity struck everywhere at once. Admiral James Rodriguez watched from the bridge of the human carrier Exodus, hidden in deep space. Reports flooded in from across the galaxy. Every council species was crippled, their infrastructure compromised, their leadership in disarray. "Sir, we're receiving surrender requests," his communications officer reported. All 15 species. They're offering unconditional terms. James felt no satisfaction, only grim necessity. Accept their surrenders. Send peacekeeping forces to stabilize their worlds. We don't want them broken permanently, just broken enough to remember. He opened a channel because that was the real lesson humanity wanted to teach. The Council species had tried to break Earth because they feared human ambition, human expansion, human refusal to bow. They'd united their ancient powers against a species barely 2 centuries into space travel. What they'd failed to understand was that humanity's true strength had never been their technology or their fleet. It was their adaptability, their ability to live anywhere